Hey guys, it's Rollin, the gamer girl here, and I just wanted to say happy CNY to everyone and to some people who are celebrating it. And eventually this week I am having a 1 week CNY break, and because the group projects hasn't started yet since some of my friends are celebrating CNY as well in China, today we'll actually be doing a discussion for the Bay City Rollers debut album Rollin. So if you don't know this album, this is actually the first full-length album that was actually released by the Scottish band the Bay City Rollers. This actually included 3 British chart hits, Remember, Shang-a-Lang, and Summer Love Sensation. They also have the debut of Saturday Night, which was actually recorded with Les McEwen being the lead singer at the time. And as well as this, the song Saturday Night was actually not a British hit yet, but a year later in 1975, so that was actually 50 years ago, it became a #1 hit in America. So actually, the studio album was released in October of 1974, and actually, the recording was recorded in 1973 and 1974. As well as this, at the time being, since this album was not released on Arista at the time, it was actually produced by Bell Records as well. So they actually do have singles from Rolling, So, Remember, Shalala, Shang-a-Lang, and Summer Love Sensation were all released in 1974, but Saturday Night was actually released in 1975. So, as you only know about the song Saturday Night, as I actually mentioned in the previous video, which is going to premiere in March, I've actually scheduled it. So Saturday Night was actually a song that was sung by Gordon Noby Clark, but unfortunately, with the limited success that they had before the rise of Rollermania, Gordon Noby Clark decided to quit the band in order to pursue a solo career. So that's why their lack of success became a failure at that time. So the album itself was not released in America, but several of the songs would later appear on the self-titled US debut. So for the US debut, they actually do have songs from their first length album Rolling and Once Upon a Star. That is also their second studio album, which actually was featured during the rise of Rollermania. So for the track listing, we have 2 sites, and actually it depends on which app you're using, because Apple Music actually does have 16 songs, and I do believe on Shazam they also have 16 songs. Spotify as well, yes, I do believe they have 16 songs. However, in this album, they actually do have side 1 and side 2. So there are actually 6 songs on side 1 and 6 songs on side 2. So they'll be equal to 12 sides of the track. So actually, some of the songs are cover versions. Let me give you an example. So Be My Baby is actually a cover version. The song, as I mentioned before, was actually sung by the 60s American band the Ronettes. So they have a lot of versions for Be My Baby. I actually do like the Bay City Rollers version of Be My Baby. They also have Remember, Shalala. It was actually recorded by Gordon Noby Clark just before he left the band. So Les actually stepped up and he recorded the song. As well as this, we do have some of the cover versions of songs like Please Stay and also There Goes My Baby. These songs are most likely from the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. So the rest of them are actually their own songs, like Summer Love Sensation. In 1977, if I'm not mistaken, there was another singer who sang a cover version of the song Summer Love Sensation. As well as this, for the 2004 UK reissue, that actually includes 4 bonus tracks. Are You Ready for That Rock and Roll? The original B-side of Shang-a-Lang, Bringing Back the Good Times, the B-side of Summer Love Sensation, Bye Bye Barbara, and Hey CB. It was also on the B-side of the original UK single Saturday Night. That was actually recorded in 1973, just 5 months before he left the band and was replaced by lead singer Les McEwen. And that was the reason why this was recorded with Nobby Clark and John Devane before McEwen and Wood had joined the band. Unusually, there's actually the original recording of Saturday Night, but this was actually not included in this reissue, which has actually been issued on subsequent compilations. So actually, there was one album which also had the Gordon Nobby Clark version. If I'm not mistaken, it's actually the anthology version. So they have tracks from 1971 right until 1981. So the 1981 songs from Richard Wet are also included, including Elevator and Box. That actually included Duncan 4, and as I mentioned earlier, yes, they were actually released in 1979, 1980, and 1981. So actually in 1979, we could definitely do see the anthology album. They added some songs from the Rollers. Previously was the Bay City Rollers, but after they split up in 1978 due to a concert incident in Osaka that involved an onstage fight with both McEwen and Wood, and that caused him to get sacked out of the band, pursuing a solo career, and he was unable to launch his solo career in UK. However, he did a lot of solo careers in Japan, so that's why in 1978, I do believe that was the cause of the band being split up. I do recall some of the songs being here in Shang-a-Lang and also the Cross Superstar Hour. So actually, none of the songs were here on Side 2, except for Saturday Night. Yes, this is the song that's actually mentioned in the Cross Superstar Hour. So that's one of the reasons why they actually had that song in their debut album. The rest of the songs, if I'm not mistaken, after Foray left in 1981, and a year later, as McEwen, McGlynn, and Mitchell joined the band for a Japan reunion tour. Yes, these songs are actually included in their Japan tour as well. Not all the songs are actually included, but I'm not too sure about Strangers in the Wind if they are included. That's the thing. I don't 100% think they were actually included. And the ones with Duncan Foray, no, they were not included in the Japan tour. So yeah. So actually, it's a really good album actually. It's very good. So actually for the weekly charts, yeah, the UK album actually went up to number 1, and this album along with Once Upon a Star are the only UK albums to reach number 1. The rest of them actually reached the top chart, receiving a UK gold, except for Strangers in the Wind, which is not included. And the rest of the Rollers album with Duncan Foray, it's actually not included as well, as this one actually only includes popular albums from Rollin, Once Upon a Star, Wouldn't You Like It, Dedication, and It's a Game. So actually when I found out on the Wikipedia, they actually included the UK Gold certifications. I'm not too sure what it is, but I do believe that the UK certifications are for the popular albums. So yeah. Alright, that's all for the topic today. If you do have any questions on the video, please do let me know and I'll be able to answer all your questions. So yeah, that's it for now. This is me signing off.